Welcome back, everyone. Today we are making rhubarb twist with a strawberry rhubarb compote dip, or basically rhubarb twisted in breadsticks that you'll dip in a cream cheese mixture with your strawberry rhubarb compote. So to start, you'll want to have 1 pound of pizza dough or breadstick dough, whatever dough you choose to use. I used pizza dough in this case because it just spread out nicely. And we'll divide that equally into 12 pieces before continuing on. Next, you'll take 2 long stalks of rhubarb. You can see here, there's a variety of sizes we have. This would probably be a short one. So just dig through until you find a little bit longer one. If it's a thin one like this, you'll probably want 3 or 4. And what you'll do is you'll want to peel or cut this into thin slices, which we've shown here, and you can do this either using a peeler or a paring knife. Kind of did a combination, and it's not that big of a deal, but the thinner is probably better because it will wrap better. After that, we're going to take our 1 pound of pizza dough here and divide this into 10 equal pieces, and we'll begin making our breadsticks. One thing to remember is after you slice up your rhubarb, you'll just want to dry it with a paper towel. We don't want too much moisture going in as we bake these. And you can see here I've divided my 1 pound of dough into 5 equal pieces. I will now roll these out into sticks and then twist them with the rhubarb. Once you've twisted your dough with the rhubarb strips, you can see here, mine aren't super pretty. You can be a lot more careful with your strips, making them thinner and they'll twist nicer. Or maybe if you have a different dough that doesn't condense as quickly or shrink back down. Either way, they'll look something like this. You'll twist them together and you will throw them in the oven at 400 degrees. And just until they turn brown. It'll probably be roughly 10 to 15 minutes. We will check back in once they're done, but like I said, cook them until they're golden brown, kind of like breadsticks. And then we'll work on our dipping sauce. So now we're going to make our dipping sauce, and I am using 2 cups of cream cheese. You could also use ricotta cheese. If you use ricotta cheese, you'll just want to put it through a food processor and blend it until it's smooth. But like I said, I'm using cream cheese, and I did put this in the microwave just for about 20 or 30 seconds on defrost to just make it more mixable. So we'll just kind of mush it up a little bit here to make sure it's nice and creamy. And once we do that, we're going to take our strawberry rhubarb mixture here, and we're just going to lightly swirl that in. I'll probably just mix it in so it's fully mixed. It won't be as pretty as if you swirl it in, but then you'll be sure to get some in every dip. So you can see it's nice and creamy. And then we'll just go ahead and add this in. You can see it got fairly thick. So this will still be a fairly thick dipping sauce. If it gets too thick, you can go ahead and add more like fresh strawberry rhubarb and cook them just briefly to add a little bit more liquid. Otherwise, you could always microwave this to thin it down. Just remember, this is cheese, so it will warm up quickly and you don't want it to explode. And once you mix this, you can set it out with your breadsticks and enjoy a nice, tasty dessert that's a little bit different than your typical pie or cake. Thanks for joining us, and be sure to like and subscribe or visit our blog for the full recipe.